My name is Kwame Bwedi. I run an entity called Ingenious Africa. At Ingenious, we call ourselves Development Communications Specialist. You can find our work on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel called kenketv.com.
My name is Julia Pia. I'm the co-founder of Revel Films and TV Productions based right here in Accra. We specialize in authentic Ghanaian quality entertainment. We are also into documentaries, educational videos, and anything audiovisual.
Have you had any situation where you start the production without all the funds available?
It's more normal than you think because you set out wanting to produce, say, a series of maybe 13, 26. You only have enough for maybe 4 episodes. You're on the side doing your rigorous selling where you're trying to invite, your partners to come on board so that you can do the product placement, the product mentions, the association with the show. So, yes, there's been countless times where you go in, you've got to be able to do that, especially in this business climate that we live in, because hardly would you get somebody give you a loan if you don't have a partner coming on board or somebody commissioning your products. So definitely there's been numerous times.
And like you said, unless it is a commission project, like you're having your medical thing, where somebody has brought the money and said, do it, more often than not, you start without all the funds.
Yes.
But like I've always said, at the end of the day, sometimes it starts, I like the knowledge economy, which this industry is. So sometimes it's your knowledge that becomes the first equity. So like I've always said in my case, that one pager, that first letter or that first phone call should be very powerful. That would open the door. That gives you your first paycheck. And you move on to that. So like I said, you start, if you're you know the concept is a good one. It's a marketable one. It's a scalable one. And you've done a good business case for it. But you don't have all the funds. So like I said, you have the proposal which you will start talking about. The next step is to do a pilot, if possible. If it's a series. If it's a movie, you want to do some 5-minute quick stab at it, because some people are able to see a letter and imagine what you want. Some people, they need the visuals. So you need that first sort of pilot. I say, okay. So you got to be ready to invest yourself or get a group to invest and be able to do a pilot. That makes it a bigger case. So that's what we did, for instance, with coffee shop, like I said. We knew, the coffee shop, the idea was brought by our other partners. And the moment I saw the script, I said, yes, that's a good one. Straight away, I knew it to be a good thing. I said, well, so we are ready to invest our time and money and effort in doing a pilot and take it around, and I'm sure it will work. So yes, most of the time, you start without all the money and you build up. Definitely. Whether it's a film or a series or whatever. The challenge, the biggest one is that bank thing. Not only are the interest rates too high, like I've said, but the culture is not here. Other places, the culture is very, 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 especially in Nigeria. That's why their Nollywood is so big. Even before the advent of DSTV, who's really helped them, and most recently Netflix. They've always seen movies, films, series as a big business. I used to attend the Abuja Film Festival a lot. And you think that when you go to a film festival, you only see production house and so on. But most of the time when I go to Abuja Film Festivals, about 10 to 15% of the stalls are filled with banks. Banks come to the film festival to come and look for producers to finance. Not in Ghana.
No, not in Ghana, because our industry is still very small compared to the Nigerian film industry. They have built it to a certain level. So for me, talking about challenges when it comes to financing, like I've spoken earlier, trying to get the partner to come on board, trying to get that company to commission you. I find that one major problem with financing also in recent times has been the rate of inflation, where you've been commissioned by, say, Mnet to do a product, and the value of the agreed amount for that project, it's halved just through inflation. So for me, that's also one major challenge, where now you're sat there, you've signed, say, your contract in January for a series that is going on air in December. you've already signed for the amount stated, and it's in cedis. It's not in dollars. So that's also a major challenge as to how to make sure that the funds are able to carry through all the way to the end.
Definitely. But if I were to expand on my earlier thing, so the banks are not the only place you go. You will find funding. I've always said that left to me alone, I never go to a bank. I not only for film, everything, but banks lend money. So when you go to collect a bank money, you'll be working for the bank in some way. What I say is that if you can afford not to work for the bank, so be it. Now, the next area where you can find funding that is challenging in Ghana is equity funding. Okay? There are lots of business people, lots of people with disposable money who invest in other things.
Yes, but how easy is it to
that's
find
what I'm going. That's why it's a challenge. I'm going there. So, I'm going there. So they have the money. Now, the challenge to the filmmaker, so it's a challenge. But the challenges are to be surmounted after many years of working. Okay, so the challenge is making a business case. So what we have to do now going forward is you're not limited to just going to somebody that got this idea and I told you. No. You got to make a business case.
Of course not.
Do a business plan.
Of course.
Go to somebody who has money. They are business people, okay, and say, I've got this project. It will take X amount to do. I know I can make revenue streams from here, etc., etc. If you were to bring this amount at the end of 3 months, at the end of 5 months, I'll give you that. It's easier said than done, but that's where we have to go. Because elsewhere,
Trust me, I've been there.
But I'm saying that elsewhere, that is what is done. So with the filmmakers, I'm talking to all of us. We have to up our game. Okay, like you said in the beginning, industry is small, it's growing. Others have done it in centuries, but those who have done it, that is where they are now.